Hi, welcome back to my channel, Movement with Liz. Today we're going to do a full body mobility practice. Really important that, especially as we age, that we continue to do these types of things for our bodies. So mobility is one thing that will start to decline as we age. So we want to be able to take our joints through their full range of motion with control safely. So this is also going to help to strengthen up the tendons and the ligaments that support the joints. And we're also going to get a double whammy of releasing muscle tissue as well. So all you need is your body, some space, some comfortable clothes. We're going to begin. So working mobility, we're also going to get some balance practice in as well. So first movement is one leg, pressing the foot down through the floor. The other leg, you're going to be lifting the knee up towards your hip. If you need to hold on to something, please do. Otherwise, try and use just your balance. We're going to do about 5 reps of that, and then we're going to hold and stretch like this. So it may be you've got the hands in front of the knee. You may have it underneath. You may not be able to lift it up quite so high. Working with your range of motion and what feels good for you today. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds, and then we'll swap sides. So setting yourself up. So pressing that foot down, lifting the knee up. So the thing about mobility work, a lot of people think it is boring, and it's not the most exciting, but I'm going to hold that stretch now. If we do it consistently, the way your body feels makes everything else better. It's going to make your strength training better. It's going to make your running better. Let's go into that movement again. And then hold into that stretch or that position. Let's do it one more time. We're going over the 30 seconds, but that's okay. There's no actual rule. Hold into that stretch. And then let's swap sides. So plant the other foot down, lifting that knee up. Try and stay as tall as possible so you're not shifting over to one side. Hold that knee up. Let's do that again. So a lot of little niggles, a lot of pain can be gone if we are consistently doing some form of mobility practice. Doesn't have to be hours and hours. It can be 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. It's better than no minutes. Good, shake out the legs. We're going to move now into a single leg hinge movement. So it's kind of like a single leg deadlift without the weight. So again, you're going to press one foot down into the floor, keep the spine long. Back leg or the other leg is going to go back long, and you're going to just let that arm kind of rest down like that. Drive through this foot, come back up to standing. So we're tipping, coming parallel to the floor. We're not reaching down to it. Driving through that foot. Should feel a little engagement through your hamstring and your glute, coming back up. So we're going to go 30 seconds on each side. So pick a side, and let's begin. You might find you get a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Let the body negotiate that. Focus on that drive through that foot as you come up. Keeping the spine nice and long as you tip. Let's do one more on this side. All right, changing sides. Other foot presses down, other leg goes back. Breathing nice and smoothly as you move. Go a couple more. You might find one side easier than the other. Okay, shake out the legs. Let's come on down to our hands and knees. I'm going to go into spinal circles. So wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Kind of like cat-cow, but we add a circular motion with the rib cage. So it looks like this. I'll just go from the front. We breathe in, drop the belly down. As you breathe out, roll the rib cage out to one side, up and around to the other, and then bring it back down through center. Again, we're going to go 30 seconds on each side. All right, let's begin. So moving with your breath. And see how big you can make that circular motion with the torso. Really press through the palms as you roll up. Let's do one more. And let's take that to the other side. Breathing in, breathing out as you roll. One of my favorite movements. Really nice, especially if you're feeling tight through the thoracic spine or that kind of mid-back area. Okay, coming back down through center. Let's come up to our knees, or you could even sit down like this on the feet if that's comfortable, or to the knees. You may need padding underneath, so just add cushions or blankets as you need. Be lifting the arms up with a little reach and then lower it back down. So breathing in, breathing out as you reach, lower it back down. So again, really important that we can continue to move our body the way that it was designed to, that we can lift up, reaching overhead. Think of if you were getting something out of a cupboard, or maybe you're putting a bag up in an overhead luggage compartment on a plane or a train. We want that shoulder mobility to be able to do that. Let's do that 3 more times. Shake out the arms. We're going to go into a little bit of a spine bend or lateral flexion through the spine. One arm's going to reach up and then we reach over to the side, keeping everything tall. So as you reach, you're not kind of tipping forward like that. Everything stays tall, and we're thinking about reaching through that top arm. Going to get a nice release down the side of the body, and then we squeeze through this side of the body to bring ourselves back through to center. So let's go 30 seconds on either side. So arm reaches up, reach it over, and then bring it back. So you might breathe in as you reach, breathe out to bring it back. Might feel that nice stretch down the side of the rib cage, maybe all the way down into that hip. Let's do that one more time. Swapping sides. And again, one side might feel different to the other. It's pretty normal. Don't think I've ever met a fully symmetrical person, including myself. Let's make this the last one. Bring it back through to center. Let's come on down to our back. So you're going to be laying down. This is really nice for the hip area. You're going to hug both knees in towards the chest, and then let one knee go. Keep squeezing that other knee in. You're going to circle the other knee out, bring the foot to the floor, and then bring the knee back up. So kind of like a half circle, kind of. Make it as big or as small as you need, and just going to what feels good for you today. So we'll do that 30 seconds on either side. Let's begin. You're continuing to squeeze that other knee in, and you want to remain square. So everything stays on the floor. You're not rolling out to one side. All this movement comes from this hip area here. Taking that knee out wide. Do that one more time. And we'll swap sides. You might hear some clicks or some clunks. So again, just being mindful if it's painful, we're not moving into pain, but generally there's going to be some clicks and some clacks that are pretty standard for the body. And kind of think of mobility work as like oiling up the joints. Do that one more time. Good, hug both knees in towards your chest. Take a little rock around on the spine. And then coming up to a seated position, take one leg out straight and just let the other foot come in towards the thigh, or sit it, if you, just whatever feels comfortable for you. So you may need some support underneath that knee. If you haven't got that flexibility or mobility to let the knee just kind of sit there. If you do need that, grab a cushion, grab a blanket, and prop that knee up. Okay, this other leg, it's going to be straight, flexing through that foot, so like you're pressing the foot up against the wall. Now this is not about just how far you can fold forward. We're not thinking about that right now. We're going to keep the spine long, pressing this leg down into the floor, and we're just going to tip from the hip. So all I'm doing is literally coming to here. I feel a nice stretch down the back of the leg. I've got the spine long, pressing down through the leg as we come back up. So we're going to get a bit of a stretch, and then we're engaging it as we press back up. We're going to do that 5 times, and then fold forward to whatever range feels good for you. You may find as we do it over time that your range increases, pardon me. Okay, so I'm just going to do this for a minute on either side. So keep the spine long, tip, and then press down. Breathe in as you tip, breathe in as you breathe out as you press, and then let's hold, fold, let the spine round if that feels good. Coming back up, let's go through that movement again. So about 5 or so movements, doesn't have to be exact. Then let the spine round, folding it down. Maybe the head touches the knee, maybe it doesn't, it's not the point. Again, we're just working with our range of motion. Not trying to force anything. Okay, let's make this the last one. And we'll go into that little hold, folding forward. Coming back up to that seated position, swapping sides. Okay, let's move straight into it. 1 minute, spine stays long, tip from the hip, and then drive down through that leg. So again, you may notice different feeling from side to side. You might feel a bit more tighter on one side, or that you get a bit more of a stretch. Okay, let's hold it, fold it forward. Coming back up. Let's do that one more time. using the breath as you move and really focusing on what you're feeling in your body. So you're not just mindlessly going through the motions. We want to pay attention to what's happening. Press yourself back up. Okay, we're going to come over to the knees, or hands and knees again. And this one's wag tail. So you're going to bring the knees together, lift the feet off the floor, and literally kind of wag your tail. So it's not about trying to get as much movement as you can, it's just a little side to side. And you can play around here with the position of the spine. So it might feel nice to come into a little bit of extension. So you would be pressing the hips up towards the ceiling, or it may feel nice to come into a little bit of flexion where you're rounding through the spine. Or it may feel nice just to be in a bit more of a neutral spine where we're halfway between those two positions. You can move in and out of these positions throughout this, so just play around with it, what feels good. All right, let's go 30 seconds. Get that little side to side. I like to kind of move between those two positions of the spine. Can feel really nice for the lower back area. All right, let's stop that. Going to come into the hip flexor now. So one leg is going to come forward. And with this one, we don't have to think about having everything nicely aligned. You can take that front foot out to the side a little bit. It's going to help with a little bit of balance, and I just actually like the feel of it better. Tuck the pelvis under, and then shifting the body weight forward, and then you're pressing through this foot to come back up. So we shift forward, you're going to get a big stretch down that front thigh or the other thigh through that hip flexor area, and then pressing down through this front foot. You're going to get a little engagement there through the glute as we press back up. Let's go 1 minute on each side, 5 reps or so of stretching in and out, and then we'll hold into a stretch. All right, let's rock and roll. So tuck that pelvis under, keep the chest up, and we're shifting forward, shifting back. Let's hold it for a stretch for a few seconds. Okay, come back out of that, go into that movement again. Hold into that stretch. Go one more time, and feel free to do these for longer. So you could do this up to 4 minutes. It gets pretty intense, but your hips are going to feel amazing after it. Okay, pressing back, let's swap sides. Other foot comes forward. Find that position. It might feel better to have that foot out to the side. Tuck the pelvis under, and we'll set that timer, 1 minute on the clock. And you're probably going to notice big difference from side to side. You may find that as you hold, you might get a little bit deeper into that front hip. But again, we're not forcing it. Let's do that one more time. Okay, hold. Awesome work. Okay, we only have one more movement to do on either side. We're going to come back down to the hands and knees. You're going to bring one hand to the lower back, so the elbow's pointing out to the side. Hey, Aria. How you doing? Hey, you going to join me? And then we're just going to do a little rotation like that, and then come back through the center. Hello. Hey, you're going to try and help. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do 30 seconds on either side. So again, we're not trying to like wrench our body around. We're just thinking elbow is going to go up, coming around, and then shifting back. This is going to be great if you've got any kind of tension through the chest or through that thoracic spine area. So 30 seconds on either side. Bring that palm or back of the hand to your lower back, and then press through the other one as you take a nice little twist. And you're going to let the eye gaze go with the body. Let's do that one more time. And we'll swap sides. Bring that other palm down, take the back of the hand to the lower back, and then little rotation. Might feel a little bit awkward at first. And again, it's probably going to feel really different from side to side. Do that one more time. Whew. Okay, that is your full body mobility work. Again, you could take bits of that and turn that into a 5-minute practice, a 10-minute practice. You could extend it and do each one for longer, up to about 4 minutes. It does get quite intense at first, but the body really responds really well to this type of training. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Hit the subscribe button so more people can see this channel, which means more people get free movement on the internet. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.